Welcome back to another Messages of Hope intuitive reading, where these are not predictive, but simply light-filled, hope-filled, love-filled messages for you. And I felt called to start out with an Every Day is a New Day card. So let's see what message wants to come through here. And we have number 44, I see. It says, what has your intuition been telling you about this? And I always say that, I anticipate that these readings will simply be a reflection for you of what your intuition may have already been telling you. So to simply support you in trusting what you are hearing and receiving. So, okay, fascinating. I'm going to see if there's one more that wants to come out as well. Okay, this one. What is it? You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Does that resonate for you? Has that been showing up for you lately? And as I said that, my stomach gurgled. So maybe you just said yes. Okay, let's move on to the tarot and see what additionally wants to come out. Just starting with a few cards, and then we'll expand. Take a deep breath in, open to receive. And in the past position, okay. And in the present, okay. And the future position, what do we have? Okay, we have two. Okay, let's see here. Okay, well, we definitely have the heart and love and expansion. My goodness. Okay, this already looks beautiful, is what I will say. So, okay, so on the surface, what I'm seeing is you may have planted some seeds from your heart's passion, your desire, right? Something that you really wanted, right? It could simply be you setting an intention or writing down, this is what I want to experience. This is what I'm aiming to manifest in my life. And then moving into a space of your heart being opened. Maybe, whether that be you had to learn how to open your heart or just simply feeling into more of what your heart was telling you, listening to that, making sure that you feel in connection with that. And then in the future is you embodying that open, expansive heart and shining so brightly, shining so incredibly brightly. Let me show you some cards. So and again, as we share this, right, this is always just simply depicting a journey. So you may currently be in maybe the past position, or maybe what feels like the present, or maybe you're already at the so-called future, right? Just simply showing, where did things start and where did they head towards? So we can really glean that hope aspect through the story. So in the past position, we see planting seeds. And so there may have been, I feel like it's more so coming together with spirit, co-creating with God, co-creating with your higher self, the universe, source, whatever word you like to use, but really connecting with a bigger picture. And then absolutely tuning in, recognizing that this tangible thing you want is connected to you. This is your heart chakra. The manifestation of this is going to begin with this. It's connected to it. If this is closed, this is going to be so much harder to manifest, to blossom. And in the future, see, now I can tell looking at this, like there's a whole bunch of steps in between everything that are not being depicted, but that's okay. Because right now we're just getting the overview. In the future, hello, how beautiful is this? in the future, you being fully bloomed, right? She went from planting the seeds of the tree to becoming the tree. Look at her hair. She is the tree, and she has wings, and her heart is so open. Look at that green in the center of her. She is feeling whole. She is looking whole. She has come full circle. And all that light is emanating, that light, that healing, the hope, emanating all around her. This is beautiful. Okay, so let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Whew. Bottom of the deck, we have trapped in fear. So before I speak to this, we'll pull some more cards and see what wants to come through. And I'm actually going to go back to, well, let me see. Hold on. If we go back to the start, your spiritual being having a human experience, right? If we look at it as this is the spiritualness, and this is what we see on the outside, right? The manifested reality around us. And this may have been a huge component of the journey. Having the human experience of feeling sad, feeling isolated, maybe feeling hopeless, not knowing what to do, and having to grow and learn through it. Okay, I'm actually going to move on to a gateway oracle, and let's see what wants to come through here. Okay, first card I see right here, accepting what is. And it says, I accept and embrace my inner majesty. We don't manifest things. I was going to say we don't manifest things without recognizing that we are connected to them. With that said, that, we're manifesting all the time, right? We're manifesting all the time. But typically when we talk about manifesting, we talk about manifesting those things that are wanted, right? Those things that are desired. And so sometimes the reason why we may not manifest what we want or what we think we want could be a reflection of us not fully embracing that we deserve it, that we are worthy of it. Is it possible, if this is you today or at some point in the future, is it possible that you may have been in a space of not embracing your inner majesty? Maybe at one time thinking, what? No, I need to. I want to see more. I want to see more. But maybe something that made you think that you somehow had to stay in this space and that it's not okay to embrace this. We get to be both. We get to be both. And this one is filled with so many lessons. The reminder that not only are you loved, but you are love. And when you connect back to that within yourself, then it becomes a lot easier to radiate that and embody that and recognize that, heck yeah, embrace your inner majesty. And as I say all that, what has your intuition been telling you about this? What has your intuition been telling you about embracing, I'm going to say more of who you are, all of who you are, however you resonate with that. I'm going to see if there's another, let's see. Let's see, what else from the Gateway Oracle? What else? Is there another message from this deck that wants to come through in service to you? What do we, oh, nah. What do we have? Okay. Okay, there's two. So we'll look at both. Oh my goodness. Again, we have trusting your intuition. My life is truly guided. There's an affirmation right there. Trusting your intuition. My life is truly guided. And this person, look at that. There's a keyhole in that image. And in the keyhole is this lush green mountain, these lush green mountains with a river, a blue river flowing all the way through it, right into the keyhole. And what that says to me, I mean, water often represents emotions. And sometimes we can have our emotions blocked off, which can lead to our heart center not being as open. So this is coming into a space of allowing it to flow. And here's the other card that showed up. Coming into power. There you are standing in the light. The light is shining literally on you. And it says, I step into my power boldly and confidently. Ooh, and she even has. Okay, so two things here. So there is, again, so notice that tree behind her. And that tree to me is reflection of the winding nature of the river that is flowing in the other picture. Both of them are very zigzaggy. The road you've been on may not have been a straight line, oftentimes isn't. But it still grew. The seeds that you planted have still grown. It doesn't matter that it wasn't a straight line, that it wasn't straight up or straight across or whatever. It's still going to grow, and it's still wonderful. It's still magnificent. That is one more tree here on Earth, giving us oxygen, right? I think plants give us oxygen. Okay, don't, come on. Okay, I'm not a science person, okay? So, like knowing all the sciencey things about nature, okay? So, but we know that plants, nature, okay, I'm feeling pretty, I need to look that up afterwards, right? I forget. We know that plants give us so much. They help us with breathing, right? They help purify our air. They give us shade to go sit under. They give us a tree to hug, right? Say you want to go to that extent and really just connect with trees. Trees are really wonderful, and trees are powerful. And then what I wanted to say about her, she actually has I think it's hard to see. It might be hard for you to see, but what I see is it looks like she actually has like a red blindfold on. She's coming into her power without fully knowing and being able to see. And let me take it back. She's coming into her power without fully seeing everything, because it's about trusting your intuition. Sometimes you have to take action without being able to fully see something. And we stand in our power when we take action on those things. Now, in no way am I encouraging anyone to do something that is not wise for you to do, right? So, so disclaimer, right? Anything you choose to do as a result of watching this video is you are responsible for that. And beyond that, I'm sure you can think of scenarios where it's like, oh man, what if I did take this healthy risk, or what if I did take this one? I chose to have faith and step out and do something and stand in my power without knowing everything else that's going to happen once I do. It's like you open a gateway to so much more flowing in. You coming into your power, you allowing yourself to feel whole and complete. Coming into one's power to me is all about alignment. We are all powerful beings. It's just a matter of, are we in tune with that? Are we listening to our intuition? Are we listening to our heart? Are we taking action on those things? Or are we allowing other things that don't feel so good, that, that take us down different paths and are misguided, take us out of our power, right? And it's our emotions that tell us which direction we're headed. And as I say that, there's so much more that can be wrapped up in that, right? So we're not, yeah. Yeah, I think in the last video, did we talk about clearing out the emotional clutter? Because when we clear out the emotional clutter, it becomes so much easier to be able to hear your intuition and know from experience, what's what. And, this is something that's coming from a space of, my higher guidance and something for me to take action on, but, still kind of scared to do it. But I know from experience, and I'm going to choose to trust and allow myself to be seen and receive that light. Okay, let's see what else. Okay. I'm seeing here right now, I've got the Rebel deck, and it says, open if you dare. Open if you dare. I'm going to dare right now. Okay, so these cards don't always, well, whatever, you'll see. But I think this deck is fun. Let's see. Okay, for those who are choosing to dare, what message wants to come through? For those who are choosing to dare, what is the message that wants to come through? One card, please. Okay. Hold on. What's this? Okay. Okay, I'll get the one down there too, but let's look at this one first. It says, laugh. Where the F is your sense of humor? Where the F is your sense of humor? Okay, let me get the other one. Okay. So that could be a reminder to maybe not take the journey so seriously, right? To remember to laugh. Laugh at yourself, laugh at life, at things that happen. Yeah. Okay, what do we have here? Oof. Okay, and I think, so I'm glad I showed that one first, but I also think this one comes second. So this one, this one says, shame, regret, and guilt, those are just BS. Shame, regret, and guilt, those are just BS. The back says, forgive. Let that ish go. Forgive. Let that ish go. Are you in this space? I know for me that when I am able, and as I say this, it's going to be easy to say this, right? And yet I'm very aware that forgiveness can be it can be challenging and take a while, take a few times. But when I'm able to fully look at what did I gain from a situation, anything that may have felt like this, right? Or look, right below it, we have suffering and silence. Again, this card shows up often in these readings. And I get why it shows up too, because we're talking about hope. And so if you're in this space, well, you know what? These messages are to show you that this is not where you have to be forever. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is a space of disempowerment and disconnection. And right below it, we have stand. Well, this one says stand your ground. What I get from this right now is actually about, standing, getting back up, standing in your power. If forgiveness is something that needs to happen, this is about allowing yourself to be free from whatever is weighing you down. And what I was just about to say, yeah, see, okay, these cards are all showing it. Yeah. Yep. So there may be a family situation or something that you have to forgive. I know those ones are really hard. But what I have found is that when I am making sure to ask myself, what am I learning from a situation? What am I learning? Truly, there's always something that can be learned. Always. If you're not seeing it yet, keep looking, keep asking, keep journaling, keep listening to your intuition, keep noticing the signs that you're getting. When you receive what the lesson is, and when you allow yourself to fully embrace the value of wow, your life is enriched because you had the gift of that lesson. Lessons are gifts, right? When we learn from them, that is a gift. Because just think, if you're wanting to get to this space or this space, what you're being shown is that, well, this or whatever represents this was a step along the path. So in order to move beyond that, we have to, where was it? In order to move past it, there's a degree of acceptance that has to come in. And so by recognizing that, as I accept whatever happened, and I look at, okay, what did I learn from it? Something that you are taking with you as you move forward. Something that is of the light, right? So we're not talking about being more, I don't want to go off in certain tangents. This may have been, I'll just throw out some examples. This may have been learning how to be okay with being on your own. This may have been learning about how to truly feel your emotions. Because life is life, right? Life be lifing. Someone recently said that. I loved it. Right? And so there's going to continue to be things that show up with emotions, right? And if we constantly let things take us down, keep us down, hold us in a negative space, then we're not learning that oh, my emotions are here to stay, right? Things are going to come up and flow. And your emotions are a huge gift because when you start to tune into what feels like what and what's guiding me in what direction, we recognize the gift in that. And if we've been in a space where this has been blocked off, it's going to keep us here. And it's going to be a lot harder to move forward. So anyway, what I'm getting at is when we can fully embrace the lessons of whatever is linked to the unpleasant situation, it makes it a lot easier to forgive and to recognize. This is what I like. I like being able to take the higher perspective and go, okay. So if it's another person, family person, friend, stranger, whoever it might be, whatsoever, maybe an organization, we can look at, okay, that person, situation, organization, their purpose in my life was to help me. If we look at your world being all about you, because in a way it is, right? And it's beyond, it's so much more than that too. But in your little sphere, right, of your world, it is about you. So, what was I just about to say? Then you can recognize that those people were placed in your life to help teach you something that supports you in moving forward. But when we don't do that work to learn the lesson, then we just stay stuck. We stay stagnant. And this is not saying that you deserved anything, but when you recognize that, all the stones that get thrown at you, I've had so many stones thrown at me, it was ridiculous. But when you recognize the lessons in every stone, those stones become your stepping stone. They help lift you higher because you're taking the lemons and making lemonade with them. You're taking what you have, whatever that may be, and you're working with it. You're working with what you have right where you are in that moment. And so we can all be like, I just want to be here already, right? Oh, I just want to be here already. Okay, but if you're actually in this space, then this is what has to be dealt with first. Again, accepting what is. It's not making whatever someone did right. And yet there can still be that huge gift within learning from it, right? That's what you get to do as a result of whatever happened. And it's a way that you get to give to yourself, right? So if in any way it felt like someone just completely obliterated your life, took everything away, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've had similar experiences and I know how challenging that is. And so what I want to simply say to you is, what's the best thing you can do for yourself then? What's the gift you can give that gift to yourself? If everyone and everything around wants to somehow try and take, right? If that's the experience, then what are you giving to you, right? And I know there can be all different perspectives of this, but I think this is a very relatable scenario for many of us, regardless of where you are on your spiritual journey. So, yeah. So, I mean, hello, setting yourself free. Yeah. Yeah. Setting yourself free. So it could be setting yourself free from, maybe a specific situation, or maybe it's setting yourself free from past conditioning, maybe from how you were raised. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what else wants to come through. Excuse me. And I'm going to begin to wind down. So let's go ahead and move on to, we're going to do two. We're going to do guardian angel message. Oh, love that. Okay, I'll pull another one. So this is the author of the deck card. It says about the author. So you might be a creative person. So the first phrase that popped out on this is intuitive artist. So Tony Carmine Salerno is the creator of this deck and is an intuitive artist, but maybe that phrase resonates with you. Let's see what else. Oh, love it. My goodness. Okay, we have here, look at that, more orange. So definitely this could be speaking to a creative aspect of you. It says inspiration. A wave of inspiration and a stream of beautiful ideas are about to enter your aura. It is important that you trust your intuition at this time. Pay attention to unusual thoughts that come to your mind and do not discount your imagination. Many wonderful ideas which have served humanity were initially scoffed at or ridiculed. We, your guardian angels, will help you discover ways to apply your ideas and manifest new realities for your life. Just because you experience this does not mean that you are not powerful. Does not mean that you cannot create, that you cannot be successful, that you cannot be abundant, that you still have infinite potential. You still have infinite potential. There's so much light and success. And so I love this. This is once again saying, you're talking about that intuition aspect. It is important that you trust your intuition at this time. What has your intuition been telling you? So if you've been getting an idea about something, in fact, so in 2019, I was going through a very rough time, and I kept getting this notion to come on YouTube and read excerpts from books and then pull cards. And I was like, that sounds so fun to me. And yet I thought, oh my gosh, that's probably going to just sound really cheesy to anybody else. Those videos have continued to receive positive feedback and reception from people. It's so important. And it's I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. And it's confirmation for those things that light you up inside internally, like, ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds exciting. It's key for you to believe in it. It's key for you to, it's key for you to trust and walk through that doorway, walk through that keyhole. It's sometimes we can make these things be like so serious, like, oh my gosh, this thing sounds so fun to me, but oh no, what if I get laughed at? What if people make fun of it? Or that's what this is saying, right? Many wonderful ideas which have served humanity were initially scoffed at or ridiculed. And that is why it's so important that you believe in that inspiration that you receive, those ideas. The more you clear out that emotional clutter, it's going to be a lot easier to also recognize what is your intuition and what's lighting you up, what's feeling really good. I'm excited for you. I am really excited for you. And now's a great time in the world too. And as I say that, whenever you were watching this, now is a great time. But as of right now, just, in 2024, so many more people are tapping into their creative inspiration and insights and taking action and creating new businesses and branching out into new things. And the thing is we don't always know, right? This, again, we don't always know. We don't always see how things are going to unfold. But when you take that chance on you then give them a chance to even blossom and unfold. And just because things may not work out right away, remember, especially if you came from an initial big spark of like, oh, I really want to do this. And then maybe it feels like it's not really happening. It's not really going anywhere. Okay, but what are you being shown? What else is coming up, right? Maybe the timing's just not right. Or maybe you want to approach it differently. Or maybe, maybe it's about working with some other people, getting other people on board. There could be so many different things. We don't often grow. I'm looking for that tree. Yeah, we don't often grow in a straight line. Things often go a little here and then a little there. And the only thing that really stops it is if we stop. And sometimes that is the right decision, but only you can know, right? So it's, you want to be sure to keep watering the things that you really do want to grow rather than give up on them too soon. And with that, if you did at some point give up, hey, you can always revisit it and go back because you are powerful. You can do anything. Okay. And last but not least, I wanted to close out with a postcard from Spirit. We haven't done these in a while, so let's do one. And as always, I thank you for being here today. Okay, let me pause and get that because it's over there, which is it's different for me to get to. 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, so it says, you are love. And I think we started out with that, didn't we? We started talking about that earlier. Okay, and it says, dearest you, even though life seems now to be moving full steam ahead, it's a time to rest. Allow ideas to flow through you and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Allow ideas to flow through you and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor this process by becoming empty to allow for inspiration and the magic of dreaming. You might feel lazy or unproductive, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time for dreaming. In this powerful process of co-creation, your soul merges with spirit in a profound way so you can receive your music directly from source and play your part in the symphony of life. You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune in to what others can't hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and the invisible. Don't worry, we will wake you when it's time to return with a new dream. No need to set an alarm clock. Loving you always. So what I'm getting is you may be in this process, and however long it's been, maybe you're feeling like you just maybe want to rush the process and get to the end already. And this is saying that as you are in process, don't rush. It's okay. Allow ideas to flow through you and take root. Remember, this is you. You are the tree that has been planted and blossomed. And as it's blossoming, the tree doesn't start on the outside, right? The tree starts deep in the ground, and it's growing all the while when we can't see it. And then it has, little sproutlings that show up initially, and then there's more, and then there's more, and then it gets taller and bigger eventually, right? All of that. And all of that takes years, takes time, takes a process, right? And recognize that you may be hearing something that others can't hear. And that's okay. That's why it's so important for you to be trusting your intuition. What is your intuition telling you? Right? So even as I share these messages here, it's always an opportunity for you to also say, okay, this resonates with me, but okay, maybe that part doesn't. And that's okay. Just be in flow with it. Take what resonates, leave what does not, right? Because other people are getting messages that resonate for them. And you might be looking and going, okay. But what's yours to do? So exciting. This is so exciting because this is an empowerment journey. This is a journey of blossoming and growing in faith, growing in receiving and being. There's so much for you. And I know how much we want to rush the process. I know I have, right? And all those moments along the way that have taught me, okay, I have to just be patient. And being patient doesn't necessarily mean you're not taking action. Doesn't mean you're not doing things on some level, right? But being patient means, okay, I'm going to allow myself to be in flow with it. And this is what there is for me to do right now. And I'm doing that. And I'm taking time to appreciate and love it and feel into that and expand and nurture that. And continuing to listen and be in communication. And as the next thing comes, okay, we move forward on that, right? And other things show up and it just continues to grow. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful to you. Let me know what you're taking away down in the comments. And just remember that you are love and you are loved. And so what does that mean for you? What does that mean for you to be in connection and resonance with that? What is your intuition telling you about all this? Have an amazing day. I'll see you again very soon.